Hello and welcome to another edition of Stockwatch. So we've heard that yesterday the Facebook whistleblower was revealed, and today we're seeing that Facebook stock took a big nosedive yesterday, or in yesterday's session, as the site suffered one of its worst outages in the past decade, with services across its entire board closing basically, and products going offline, while the tech company struggled to even bring its own internal services back online as well. So with this happening, the stock actually, well, depending on what news outlet or internet provider you are reading, the stock suffered between a 6 to 7 billion fall, and also the stock actually plummeted by 5%. And not only that, the CEO Mark Zuckerberg went into 4th place on the world's rich list as well, after the amount of money that he lost in one day, well, less than one day actually. So we'll see what that brings for the stock as it actually hit the $1 trillion market cap this year, although it did actually go down a little bit. It was hovering roughly above the $920 million area for the market capitalization for the last few sessions, but it did actually reach 1 trillion in early July. So it has been attempting to try and pick up the pace to try and get back to that 1 trillion mark, but it seems like it's going to fall short once again. And they are still trying to diagnose what triggered the outage as well. So some users have now turned to Twitter to conduct their daily or even hourly schedule on social media. So it has actually had a bit of an effect on there, because obviously competitors are going to try and capitalize on this big setback for Facebook. So I was looking at Facebook yesterday due to the whistleblower. I've just left it as I have basically put the charts yesterday, and we saw that it could actually keep on plummeting lower. Obviously no one expected this nosedive yesterday, but we have to take the opportunities as they come. So now we're just looking to see if we're going to pierce, when the market does open, this 325, 326 area, and then another leg lower. As you can see, we're trading very far under the Ichimoku cloud now, worse than yesterday. And you could say that there's not really too much of a divergence on the RSI. So just following on from yesterday's chart progress and analysis, as I said, we've fallen out of this ascending channel when the market cap was getting up to $1 trillion. As I said, this was in July when it peaked at this point. We had another peak here, but as you can see, a bit of a collapsation down now into the stock. So we'll just see what the opportunities are in the next 24 hours at least for Facebook, as we get more comments from not only the CEO, but obviously the people behind the glitch that happened and took it down to lose almost 5% in the stock price. So we'll see what happens there. Twitter, I just want to kind of take a quick look on. Haven't really looked on Twitter for a while, and just seeing now that we're trying to get these recent peaks and move higher, but we're having this choppiness action now. I'm expecting another leg higher to test the bottom border of this Ichimoku cloud, roughly about the $65 area, trading roughly about the $60 now. So we could have another leg down if we don't get that push. Looking on the RSI, we're having a bit of a bullish divergence here, so that's why I'm thinking we might have another leg higher in the near term. But we'll see if we get any resistance here, and if we're going to push lower as well. So just let's bring it down on the 4-hour. And again, as you can see more of this choppy action here. It's like we're just trading in between these two channels that I've just created, between the 50 and the $74 area. So we'll see what comes into fruition for Twitter. Always some positive news coming out for earnings season shortly as well. So we'll see what goes on with the big reopening for the globe at least, and to see if that's going to be put into fruition for the stock as well. So just keep an eye in the next 24 hours for all of these social media outlets, some that are capitalizing on the downfall of others, and obviously if Facebook gets back on its feet. But obviously it's not just Facebook, it's Instagram and WhatsApp and the entire catalog of what Facebook owns as well. So just keep an eye on what's going on in the headlines at least. and then you'll be able to see what good opportunities there are going forward until the end of the week at least. So that's all from the Stock Watch today. Thank you very much for joining me. As usual, any comments or queries, please feel free to add them to the post, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Have a great trading day ahead, and bye for now.